The power no one teaches you. There's a kind of control that no one teaches you in school. Not how to control others, but how to control yourself, your words, your thoughts, your reactions, and the way you move through chaos. Most people think power comes from titles, money, or connections. Machiavelli, the man often blamed for inspiring cold political manipulation, actually understood something deeper. Real power starts from within. He wrote The Prince to teach rulers how to manage states, but if you read between the lines, his advice isn't just for kings. It's for anyone who wants to rule their own life instead of being ruled by it. Imagine if you could control your mouth so your words never worked against you. Imagine if your mind stayed steady while everyone else panicked. Imagine if chaos, no matter how loud it got, couldn't throw you off course. And imagine having full command over your money, not as a slave to your desires, but as a master of your resources. This isn't fantasy, it's discipline. It's what Machiavelli called virtù, not virtue as we think of it today, but a mix of courage, intelligence, self-control, and adaptability. Virtù was his secret code for internal strength, the kind that bends fortune to your will. In this video, or rather, in this journey, we're going to break down Machiavelli's secret into 4 pillars of self-rule: your mouth, your mind, your chaos, and your money. Each one mirrors a principle he used to describe ruling a state, but here, it's turned inward, for ruling yourself. The more you master these 4, the less the world can shake you. You stop reacting and start directing. You stop wishing for luck and start creating control. Let's begin where most people lose their battles first, with the mouth. 1. Control your mouth. Your mouth is your weapon, your tool, your mirror. The words you choose either build your empire or burn it down. Machiavelli knew the power of perception. He said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few know what you really are." In politics, that meant a prince had to manage his image carefully. In life, it means you have to manage your words with equal care. Every sentence you speak paints a picture of who you are to the world, and once it's out, it can't be taken back. To control your mouth is to master how you're seen, how you're heard, and how you move through social space. Uncontrolled speech is the easiest way to lose power. Think of how many opportunities have been lost because someone spoke too soon or too much. A careless remark can destroy trust. An impulsive response can spark conflict. Machiavelli would say that the wise ruler knows when to speak and when to remain silent. The same applies to you. The more deliberate your words, the stronger your position. Control of speech doesn't mean silence, it means strategy. You choose when to speak, how much to say, and what image your words create. Silence, when used wisely, becomes a form of dominance. It forces others to fill the space, revealing their thoughts while you reveal nothing. But controlling your mouth goes beyond social advantage. It's about internal control. The discipline of speech is a mirror for the discipline of thought. When you stop blurting every emotion that crosses your mind, you're training the deeper parts of yourself to pause before acting. That's real power. Before you argue, pause. Before you promise, calculate. Before you confess, consider the cost. Machiavelli's prince was told never to show his full hand, and neither should you. The point isn't to lie. It's to lead your words instead of following your emotions. Every word you withhold adds to your leverage. Every word you waste weakens it. Master your mouth, and you begin to master your world. 2. Control your mind. If the mouth is what you project outward, the mind is the battlefield within. Machiavelli understood that a leader's downfall usually began in his own head, through fear, indecision, or arrogance. The same pattern rules ordinary lives. You cannot control anything, not chaos, not money, not relationships, until you control the narrative in your own mind. The mind is both your weapon and your enemy. It can be your general or your traitor. It's where wars are won or lost before they ever reach reality. To control your mind is not to silence it but to command it. Machiavelli used the term virtù to describe a mind that acts with awareness and strength in the face of fortune. Fortune, meaning luck, chance, chaos. He wrote that fortune governs half our actions, but the other half is ours to command. That's his formula. Acknowledge what you can't control, and dominate what you can. In modern terms, this means focusing energy on your decisions, your habits, your reactions, not on what people think or how fate unfolds. You build your own mental fortress. A person who masters their inner dialogue is immune to manipulation. Insults don't pierce, setbacks don't break, and praise doesn't blind. But mastering the mind is a lifelong process, not a one-time act. It starts with awareness, watching your thoughts instead of being dragged by them. When anger arises, see it. When fear whispers, name it. Machiavelli's rulers succeeded because they studied reality without illusion. They saw things as they were, not as they wished. You must do the same with your own mind. See your biases. See your impulsive patterns. See your rationalizations. Once you can observe your thoughts, you can govern them. Then you can direct them toward action. The disciplined mind is calm in crisis, patient in delay, and alert in peace. It doesn't get high on victory or crushed by defeat. It stays centered, and from that center, every other kind of control becomes possible. 3. Control your chaos. Chaos is life's natural state. It's not the storm outside, it's the disorder inside. It's the mess in your schedule, the drama in your relationships, the unfinished tasks that pile up until they start to feel like walls closing in. Most people try to fight chaos by panicking or escaping it, but Machiavelli would tell you that chaos isn't the enemy. It's a force to be understood, predicted, and directed. Just like a ruler who studies his enemies before battle, you must study your chaos to control it. You can't eliminate it. Machiavelli knew that power always comes with uncertainty, but you can make it serve you instead of destroy you. In The Prince, Machiavelli used a brilliant metaphor. Fortune is like a violent river that floods and devastates the land. But when the weather is calm, wise rulers build dams and levees to contain it. That's how you handle chaos. You don't wait for the storm to hit. You prepare while skies are clear. That means creating systems before you need them, planning your finances before debt hits, managing your emotions before conflict strikes, organizing your time before deadlines crush you. Preparation is a Machiavellian form of protection. When chaos comes, those who plan survive, those who didn't drown. It's not luck, it's foresight. But controlling chaos isn't just external, it's also emotional. The most dangerous kind of disorder is the one that starts in your head. A scattered mind leads to scattered actions, and scattered actions lead to destruction. The Machiavellian approach is calm precision under pressure. When chaos erupts, the weak react emotionally, the strong respond strategically. You pause, observe, and act from reason, not panic. Every crisis becomes a lesson. Every setback becomes a test of your control. The more you train this response, the quieter your inner storm becomes. You stop fearing chaos and start using it as your proving ground, because that's what it really is, the gym where discipline gets built. 4. Control your money. Machiavelli wrote that liberality, lavish generosity, was a trap that ruined rulers. Why? because when a prince spends too freely to appear kind, he quickly exhausts his treasury, becomes dependent, and loses control. Money, for Machiavelli, wasn't about greed. It was about stability. Power belongs to whoever controls the resources, not whoever flashes them. That same truth runs your modern life. You can't claim mastery if you're at the mercy of your bills, your impulses, or your need to impress. Controlling your money isn't about hoarding, it's about direction. Every dollar should move with purpose, not emotion. Think about how many people let money rule them. They chase possessions to feel powerful, or they fear poverty so much that they never take smart risks. Machiavelli would call both extremes forms of weakness. His ideal ruler knew when to spend and when to save, when to invest in people and when to withdraw support. Translate that into modern terms. Learn to allocate your money the way a strategist allocates troops. Save enough to stay independent, invest enough to grow, and spend only when it strengthens your position. Financial discipline is psychological discipline. The more you command your resources, the more peace you gain. You're no longer reacting to emergencies, you're directing the flow. But the deeper secret is this: money mirrors the mind. The way you handle it reflects your level of self-control. Reckless spending is emotional reaction disguised as enjoyment. Frugal discipline is emotional mastery disguised as simplicity. Machiavelli's prince knew appearances mattered, but real strength came from what others couldn't see. You don't need to look rich, you need to be capable. Build reserves quietly, diversify income streams, track every expense with the same scrutiny a ruler gives his advisors. Financial control isn't about deprivation, it's about freedom. When your money obeys you, the world stops owning you. 5. Integrating the 4 pillars. Now, imagine what happens when all 4 forms of control align: your mouth, your mind, your chaos, and your money. This is the Machiavellian equilibrium, the inner empire. Each pillar reinforces the others like gears in a clock. A controlled mouth keeps your reputation strong. A controlled mind keeps your thoughts strategic. Controlled chaos keeps your environment functional, and controlled money keeps your foundation secure. Together, they create something rare: personal sovereignty. You stop living reactively, you start living intentionally. You're no longer tossed by emotion or circumstance. You are the still point in the storm. Machiavelli's princes weren't born powerful, they became powerful through self-discipline and adaptability. The same rule applies to you. Power, in the modern world, isn't about armies or thrones, it's about control over what most people neglect. The person who speaks carefully, thinks clearly, acts calmly in chaos, and spends wisely will always outrun the one who doesn't. That's the timeless secret hidden in Machiavelli's philosophy. He never said, "Be ruthless." He said, "Be prepared. Be aware. Be in control." That's how fortune bends to you instead of breaking you. Control the small, and the large will follow. So here's the truth most people miss. This kind of control doesn't make you cold, it makes you free. When your words carry weight, your mind stays grounded, your chaos stays contained, and your money moves with precision, you walk through the world untouchable. You don't have to dominate others, you just have to dominate yourself. That's Machiavelli's real secret. The power to rule your world begins the moment you stop giving your power away, to impulse, to noise, to chaos. Master your 4 pillars, and fortune herself will kneel before you. Conclusion: Machiavelli's real secret. Most people misunderstand Machiavelli. They think he taught manipulation, that he was a prophet of deceit and ruthless politics. It was master yourself before the world masters you. He lived in an age of chaos, betrayal, shifting alliances, endless uncertainty. Yet he wrote not from fear but from clarity. He saw how men lost their power. They spoke carelessly, thought emotionally, panicked in chaos, and wasted their resources. Everything fell apart because they fell apart. That's the timeless pattern he wanted to break. You and I may not rule kingdoms, but we face our own wars: mental noise, financial stress, emotional conflict, digital chaos. The arena has changed, but the enemy hasn't. It's still undisciplined reaction. The person who can't control their mouth ruins relationships. The person who can't control their mind becomes enslaved by anxiety. The person who can't control chaos drowns in it. The person who can't control money sells their freedom to survive. Every downfall starts within, not with an outside blow, but with an inner collapse. Machiavelli's virtue is the antidote. It's not moral perfection. It's mastery of motion. It's the ability to stay deliberate, decisive, and calm while everyone else trembles. So how do you use Machiavelli's secret today? You start small. You treat your words like currency, your thoughts like soldiers, your environment like a kingdom, and your money like a weapon. You stop trying to control everything around you and start controlling everything within you. That's how you become powerful in a world that rewards noise and panic. Power isn't about domination, it's about direction. You can be kind, honest, and moral, but still disciplined, strategic, and unstoppable. Control doesn't kill your spirit, it gives it shape. And once you have shape, once your mouth, mind, chaos, and money obey you, life stops being random. It becomes design. That's Machiavelli's real secret.